What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well and welcome on back. So we avoided the crash this time. I don't know what happened, but we're back here anyways. We have a donation box here. We are not going to be giving lots and lots of sovereigns to that, but it is for our Fereldeners. Maybe we'll dip into this donation box a little in the future, but for now, we are here to just kind of look around and snag some stuff. Check the loot out in general, things like that. I did get us back to where we were before said crash, so we didn't lose any progress for anything. We're exactly where we needed to be. Same place, same quest pickups, all that stuff. That is really unfortunate that we got that crash, actually. I haven't really experienced many problems with this game in terms of crashing, so I'm surprised it did. Usually this game runs like a dream. Maybe I just clicked the door at the wrong time while something was going on inside the code internally. Wouldn't surprise me. Right. So that's the Hanged Man pub. So that's where Varric told us to go. But before we go inside the Hanged Man, we have all this stuff to look at.
Better life than being a soldier. Oh? My brother was a soldier. It's all about taking land, serving some... What is this place?
And now you're starting to learn why I pause sometimes when they talk, because if you take a couple steps too far, then it cuts off the dialogue tree, and boy, I hate when games do that, and it's a plague in almost every game ever. Do you have anything for my companion? You do. That is for Aveline, and that increases her attack. Sovereign, sure. We're gonna have Aveline for a while, it's worth upgrading her. She's not going to be a forever companion, but she's going to be a, for the meantime, companion for a while, so.
Why are you running around with all that stuff?
Why are you running around with all that stuff? I imagine it does seem a little bizarre to you. Sign up with me. Maybe you'll get stuff to run around with too. Yeah, here's the spindleweed, like I was saying last episode about the materials that you grab. You need to keep an eye on those when you get them. Because that is basically how every single thing in this game is going to work. For crafting, any kind of upgrades, all that stuff. And thankfully we did just get a Varric level up. We definitely need to do his his cunning. Because he couldn't even open that chest. I think 15 might be the relevant check to that. Maybe. Jay, we do need to get his constitution up a little too. That'll do for now, I guess. I hope 15 is enough to pass the chest check. Right, Varric. We got things that we need to do for you. Chameleon's breath. What do we want to give you ability-wise, Varric? We will go in the marksman tree a little eventually. Back to back is a cool ability. Armistice is cool. Blindside. The rogue becomes capable of more potent attacks when engaging distracted opponents. Any target not actively engaged in the rogue suffers increased damage from any of the rogue's attacks. 120% damage versus enemies engaging other allies. That is obviously fucking insane, so we'll get that. 120% damage is quite wild. That is a hell of a buff. Now we do have to, at some point, look for those shady people we saw last episode. Damn, it kind of fucked up the whole flow of the episode that I crashed right there, but we'll pull it back. We do have to find those shady people, the woman who coughed very unconvincingly about her sickness being magically cured, and again, it would be quite ironic if Andraste's ashes actually worked as Viagra. There's something very funny about that. Although I don't think the Templars would think so. The real solution to that, if you want that to never happen again, is you just go tell Knight Commander Meredith about that and see how fast Andraste's ashes stop popping up on the black market. I suspect it'll happen quite fucking fast.
Did he? I'll have to speak with him.
He's the alien, it's here. Which, surprisingly, this alien age is quite open. They don't really have that many walls and bars and gates and all that stuff. I mean, I guess Lowtown itself is sectioned off, so they didn't need to worry about it, but in Denerim, for example, the whole thing was walled in. They couldn't come and go as they pleased, even slightly. Yeah, the swindlers. Are we just gonna jump into violence?
No refunds on the ashes, friend.
Oh,
If the Maker doesn't
please.
favor you, that's between you and him, isn't it?
Not a step further. Come on now, you should know better than that.
Say I...
But turn the blade on. You can actually just stun the shit out of a bunch of people if you can hit that ability. There we go. Oh, he did throw it. That's a beautiful pinning shot. As smart as you think you are, backstabbing me. Eveline, how are you doing here? Get that torn off, please. This guy off Barrack if I can. Trying to keep an eye on all my juice. Ally health and all that. Things, in terms of combat encounters too, things can change radically quickly in this game. You will look at everything, you'll be good, and then the next second somebody just dead. The archers in this game are very, very potent assholes. They will cook you real quick. The worst offender for that in this game, actually, that I definitely recommend you take note of, would be the blood mages. Blood mages are absurd. There's one ability in particular that I'm sure you'll see me die to in this playthrough, because I never catch it in time. It's,
No offense to your uncle, but this house smells like really old cabbage.
I'm sure that's pretty much how he smells too. There's this ability which basically summons a giant pool of blood on the floor, and it fucks your day up if you don't move out of it immediately, and I always see it late.
The thieves are gone, guardsman.
Did you say something? I didn't hear you. And clumsy me. I seem to have dropped a coin purse in your hand.
That's a big tragedy. It's real unfortunate. Alrighty, so you do the hang. Let's go talk to Gamlen first. Let's go to our house, and then we'll hit the hangman after. This really all should have been in one episode, but what can you do, eh? Now I have crash paranoia. Thank you, game. I'm sure we'll be fine. Again, I don't run into those issues often, so...
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter, their eldest.
Careful, Gamlen. Be very careful when you talk to my mother. Maybe your house, but it'll only go so far, friend. So, letter from Miran. Orc, you were a pain in the ass to deal with, but a bloody talented one. You get sick of being just another unemployed refugee in this shithole. Maybe we can grab a drink. If there's any odds, jobs my boys can't handle, I'll send them your way. You're welcome, Miran. Greetings. You do not know who I am, but I have heard of you. I understand you might need items from my collection, as well as the means to obtain them. I do not extend this invitation to anyone, but you are not simply anyone, are you? Consider this an invitation to the Black Emporium. Enclosed are directions through the passages underneath the city, as is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to another, its permission will immediately be revoked, and the consequences will be unpleasant. Adieu, Zenon. To whomever elects to participate in the charitable deed of assisting the Vale family of Starkhaven. His Most Worthy Highness, Prince Sebastian Vale, has provided instructions for anyone brave and noble enough to attempt eradication of the rabble who dared attack his family. 3 groups of Flint Company mercenaries have been sighted in the Kirkwall vicinity. One group makes camp not far from the elves of the Sundermount mountain range. The second has been seeking information on the docks after nightfall. The third is far from the main road off the Wounded Coast. They are believed to have a small campsite well past any known landmarks. A princely award awaits whoever finds and defeats all these rogues. May the Maker guide you, Chanta Talita. How are you doing, you grouchy old bastard?
Get out of my face!
That tracks. Nice, isn't he? What's going on,
Wasn't
puppy?
like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
City life not agreeing with you.
Poor thing. Maybe he'd be happier if we brought him with us more often.
I think that is a good sign.
He's part of the family. I wouldn't want to lose him.
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember.
No, we won't be calling you dog. We will be calling you what I always call the dogs here. After one of my own pets. You're a good boy, aren't you? Yeah, let him sleep.
I'll let you sleep.
Yeah, take it easy, friend.
Do you think the Templars will find us here? Maybe we'd be safer with the other refugees.
It's always a possibility.
I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago.
A note addressed to Gamlen. Gamlen Amel, payment is now 2 months late, Sirrah. Interest accrues, as you are well aware. You will find yourself barred from our establishments unless payment is made. Think. No better, card sharp, or numbers runner in Kirkwall will deal with you. I certainly hope this matter is attended to before steps are taken. Let us avoid further unpleasantness. Gallard.
I can't have Mother living in this hole. We've got to get out of here.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Looks like the dog's trying to tunnel his way out of this hovel. Can't blame him.
Yeah, shit.
My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
This is the way things are, Mother. Gamlen can't change it now.
Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
Why do you sound so shady about that?
I know the Amels were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
It's commendable of you to actually marry for love. Especially in ages like this, it doesn't happen much.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in short pants, lad. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Sounds like a yes to me.
Indeed.
Please, Uncle. We have a right to see it for ourselves.
Maybe so. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
You didn't take your parents' will.
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
How have you managed to ruin an entire family line's fortune in, what, 20 years? 15 years? Honestly, the amount of fuck-up you've done here is quite impressive.
So, I hate thinking badly of family, but did Uncle Gamlen seem a little slippery when he talked about Grandfather's will?
Absolutely.
If he, say, invested money that was meant to be Mother's, do you think he would tell us?
Gamlen can't say good morning without lying twice.
Mother's been in such a fit of melancholy
I
since
do like the
Gamlen told
sarcasm
her
sometimes.
How angry her parents were about Father.
She told me she wishes she'd died with Carver. It's like coming here ruined every good memory of her childhood. I wish we could get some of it back.
When this Deep Roads expedition comes through, we can buy her home back, move to Hightown.
Gamlen told me he gave the estate as payment to some slaver who beat him at dice.
Labor.
Apparently, our ancestral home is now a base for slavers from all over Thedas.
That's not gonna stand.
How could Gamlen let that happen?
I think there's a reason Mother didn't talk about him much. Seriously, though, those scum have no right to our family's things.
We should break in there. Get the will for Mother.
Couldn't agree more, Beth.
I already talked to both of them about this. Gamlen said they guard the front entrance well. But Mother gave me her old key. She said it should unlock the cellar. Apparently the sewers run right beneath the house.
Do it. Sounds like a phenomenal idea to me.
Get out of my face!
Yeah, I'd be mad if I was being talked about like you too.
You nagging me.
Going back. Memento of Legacy. Now that's how you start the DLCs. Special deliveries here. All kinds of stuff. But let's just grab all that up. There is a lot of shit in this room, as you can see. I'm not gonna mess with it all on camera. I think that's just a Codex page, right? Yes, it is. The Cardinal Rules of Magic. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with all this stuff. I just wanted to take that to get some of it out of the way, if I'm being honest. So, as you can see, we have Blood Dragon stuff here. I obviously want this stuff because, I mean, it's Blood Dragon armor. It's the classic. It's the classic gear of Dragon Age. Of course I want this. It looks perfect. So, that's a long sword. Did we get any cool two-handed weapons out of this? That's what I'm curious about. Aid's Razor, it's a great sword. Might of the Sten is also a great sword. So Might of the Sten, that looks pretty cool. Okay, we're definitely going Might of the Sten. Let's just quickly look through as much of this as I can get. God, there's a lot of shit that I just picked up. I did actually not mean to grab that much shit. I didn't think there would be that much stuff in the special deliveries. Okay. That sounds great. That'll do for the belts for right now. Ring of Whispers, cunning attack speed, more coin, 9 defense, 1 armor, immunity to knockback. Sure, sold. I don't need any of that. 1 to all attributes is crazy. Good God, I had forgotten how OP the fucking the reward system is in this game for the extra credit stuff that it's gonna give you. Have confidence. Honestly, the 1 to all attributes sounds vastly superior to anything else that we have an option to use. Only thing I'm missing now is a pendant, so let's go through these. 10 health, 1 armor, 23 attack, health regeneration rate, fire damage and fire resistance. Let's get the fire resistance stuff on. That'll do for now. We're 55 out of 70, so I'm gonna go sell the shit out of some of this stuff. And I also need to make sure that I put some of it away. So that's for a rogue, it's not gonna matter. That's for a rogue, it's not gonna matter. That's for a rogue, it's not gonna matter. This is already out leveled, so that can just get sold. For mage won't matter. Get sold too, screw. And then in terms of this, the razor can go. I'm not really interested in that. I'm not sure if I can equip any of this stuff on our companions, but if I can't, then most of that could just get sold off too, so. Alright, I think that'll do for now. I'm just gonna mess with the one chest. I'm not gonna go balls deep into all that stuff. We did get a level up from that, so we'll do 24 and 18. Keep things nice and even all along the way. And now we'll drop a save. Come on down, gang. Alright, so we have a quest in Darktown, which is Birthright. That's to go take care of our family's thing right there. But first things first, we gotta hit up the Hanged Man, because the only way to access the fast travel for that is to go right here, so. We gotta get that done. On top of that, I would like to see what I can slide on down to my companions here, if any at all. I can do some of this stuff, perfect. So attack, fire damage, cold damage. Threat generation is obviously going to be for Aveline. Air of confidence is my bonus to disarm traps, bonus to lock picking. That's perfect for you. And nature damage, healing to this character, nature resistance, death blows, and enemies drop better equipment. That is also insane. That is a flat buff. The enemies drop better equipment, by the way. That's a flat buff the first time you enter an area. So it's not something that you can do late in the game. If you've already been to an area like I just did, it doesn't do much. But we have still some locations we haven't been to yet, which will make them drop better equipment in said areas. So that's good. Physical resistance, I guess we'll just... This. I don't even know what else to put on them. Crit chance, crit damage, immunity to flanking would be good. Armor. There's trophy belt. Physical damage. Let's give you immunity to flanking. And you, my dear. You get that. Seeker's Bulwark. You can get that. I don't think you'll be able to equip any of the armor. Yeah, I didn't think so. 10 health. 23 attack. Threat generation is... Oh, it's -7 threat generation. I thought it was a plus. That would have been good for Varric. Cunning. Health. Attack and physical damage. Enemies drop more coin. 1 cunning, 1 attack speed. Have that for now. Health regeneration, damage, and damage resistance. That sounds good. And then you have 1 more ring slot, so... And shit, that's going to be the best one, because you need resistances. And then Bethany. We have a staff for you. It's going to have to be a fire staff, though. There it is. Alright. Now, armor-wise, I don't think there'll be shit that she can use. I don't think so. Attack. Threat generation, I'll actually put on Bethany, because she's very squishy. Armor, fire resistance, nature resistance, drop better equipment sounds good for you. And then you need 1 more, which the willpower and health is the only one that makes sense that's left, so that's going to be our party build.
I mean, sorry if that's too personal.
It's all right. I was a soldier and he was a...
Now we're all far more beefy than we were when we first rolled up down here.
Distance never mattered. But we ran out of time. It is what it is.
Now that he's gone...
Here is the Hanged Man. It's a great little animation intro to this voice. Pick the Ravane Codex.
Think about it. Why
And if I just slip into the back room, do you guys?
Full of dogs and the occasional sheep. It took decades for the other blights to run their courses. This one, less than 2 years, don't you see? It never happened. It was all a Ferelden ploy.
It definitely wasn't a conspiracy theory, my friend. I assure you, it happened.
Your family used to be noble, right?
By some definition of the term.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you were still nobles?
Sunshine, nobility is just an expensive lifestyle. I've already got one of those.
Nobles have power too, and responsibilities.
Estates, servants, investments, mercenaries, assassins. We've still got those things. It's sunnier here, and nobody calls me my lord. I think I can live with that.
I'm not a fan of the pomp and ceremony. Alright, we'll go chit-chat to Varric here in a second, and then probably wrap the episode since there's this weird, like, 2-for-1 kind of situation going on. I don't want there to end up being too many codexes to read, so... This is his room at the Hanged Man, though, where the magic happens. Save up, let's chat to the man.
So, here's the thing. We need to find a way into the deep roads. Bartrand can lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
I've fought Darkspawn, but I've never been to the Deep Roads.
Fortunately, I've received some new information. There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
A warden, huh?
Why would a Grey Warden know that?
The Wardens don't just fight Darkspawn. They forge into the deep roads all the time. And if he doesn't know, he might be able to point us to those who do.
Are there any other options?
None at the moment. Bartrand had an entrance lined up, but it was a bust. I'll keep looking, but if we don't find something, we'll have a fancy expedition with nowhere to go.
We don't want trouble with the Grey Wardens, do we?
Let's look at our options first. I'd rather not fight a warden unless we have to. Supposedly, this Grey Warden came in with some other Ferelden refugees not long ago. A Lowtown woman named Lorene has been helping the Fereldans. We talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is.
So it's a Ferelden
Keep
warden.
after my contacts. See if I can drum up any other work.
Work as always, Varric. We get some plus friendship on him too. Alright, let's jump past Sister on up out of this place before she ends up falling into some kind of debauchery. Okay, so we got a decent spread of things that we have to do here. We have Lowtown, which is go talk to this Grey Warden. We can go back to Darktown and take care of our birthright, or we can go up to Hightown and do the Shoal of Dallas Doda. So, I think what we will do we want to go get the Warden Mage before we go take care of our birthright? Yeah, we probably should. We probably should grab the Warden Mage before we mess around with the rest of the stuff, so we at least have a full complement. Alright. Given all of that, that is where I think I'll wrap this one up, because I got some merchant perusing to do, and I'm not going to bore you guys with that, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out my Patreon in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age 2. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.